that's the part, right? We can't hindsight trade, because if that trade went the other way, you'd be saying, whoa, I'm glad I sold it at 100, right? And I think like times we tend to hindsight trade. We can't do that. We can't trade on the hindsight. When you make a trade in the stock market, unless you have conviction in the name to say, okay, I'm convicted to think that the next 5 years, this company will be transformative in their space, and I'm convicted with that, it's very easy to say, okay, well, I made $8 a share, I'm out of here, right? Because your conviction levels aren't high. And that goes back to researching the firm and having an understanding and having a high level of conviction. But we can't hindsight trade, because that's a good trade for you because you made the best decision with all the information that you had at the moment. So at the moment, you didn't have high conviction and you didn't do a deep dive research-wise. So based on the information that you had, you turned a profit. That's not a bad trade. Now you can go back and say, hey, when I do invest in companies now, I do a deeper dive and I make sure that when I invest long-term, I have a high level of conviction, not a medium level. Because again, if you call me up and say, Q, buy so-and-so company, first question I ask you, what's your conviction level? Medium. That lets me know how much to put in. Because I don't know, I didn't ask you that. You might call me and be excited, and you might have medium conviction, and then I make a high conviction trade based on what you told me. And now when you trade out the position, I'm like, wait, hold on. You traded out? Like, yeah, man, it was a quick flip. I'm still in it. Next day it goes down. Now I feel like an idiot because, again, I made a high conviction play on a medium conviction recommendation, but I never asked a question about your conviction level, because that tells me how long you plan to be in the trade.
Okay, that's good information. Well, you dropped a lot of gems, Q, and thank you for coming on the podcast.